Hey up, everybody! Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a little while. I don't even know what our last race was, but that's all important because what today we're talking about is the Fleche Wallonne. And if you don't know it, it's probably the most exciting 3 minutes of racing you're ever gonna see. Quite frankly, because it's just a berg at the end. It's what it must average like 18%, maybe 15% at least for like a K, like a mile ish. It's savage. Hershey won it last year. Alpha Leaps won it the 2 years before that, and then Mr. Valverde himself won it a lot of times before then as well. So that's kind of the rider type you're looking at. My thought was, basically, the rider who wins this needs to be somewhere between 5'10", around 5'10", plus or minus an inch or two, and they need to be 62 kilos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there you go.
And that's it.
That's it, and a decent snap, and you know what? You're pretty sorted that you're more than likely to get to win this race.
So, Tom Pidcock. I know then.
Pidcock.
He's too small, isn't he?
Yep, too light. He's screwed. It's not
Nah.
He's let's face it, he's ridiculously strong at the moment. To the point where you can't write him off. Can't
Definitely
say no.
not. I think, personally, he's probably the favourite.
Fucking hell. But he got this started. I think you literally
Sorry, just kick it right off.
two minutes in.
Come on. Hershey
don't have a form.
Nah. I'd say the only person that could potentially go toe to toe with him is Pogacar.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about anybody else at the moment. I mean, yeah. Arambaroo. Maybe his biggest competition comes from within. Kwiatkowski looked pretty good at Amstel.
Yeah.
I think Ineos just generally have a ridiculously strong squad where even they're going to be struggling to formulate a strategy because...
I mean, Roglic. Why not Roglic?
Yeah, exactly. Why not Roglic? I think that Amstel, he didn't do great, A, because he had a mechanical, but also B, he probably thought, we got Wout here, and I'll just fall back on Wout to do well here. Whereas he knows that this time he's the guy, and therefore he needs to step up. And also, because he has his young compadre, Tadej Pogacar here, and pretty much whenever those two in a race, they go hammer and tongs to try and get a little, a notch on each other. Like, yes, I beat them this time round. It's like a little confidence booster thing. And whenever each of them are in a race together, they are both going for it. Don't know why. Don't matter if it's like the freaking crit at the end of a Tour de France that nobody gives a shit about. They will be giving a shit. So, Ineos. Yeah, that's what I was saying about Ineos. Kwiatkowski, Carapaz, Teo, Laurens de Plus, Eddie Dunbar.
Laurens de Plus? He's not on my list.
Oh, is he not on it? Oh, he was on it.
Adam Yates is on it.
Adam Yates on it. So you telling me they've literally got an ex-world champion, freaking 2 Grand Tour winners, and Pidcock and Adam Yates, who's one of the greater stage racers at the moment, to take on a midweek one-day race. This is overkill. Is what this is. This is not a Grand Tour, Ineos. This is unfair. When you consider that Jumbo-Visma are bringing literally Roglic and Vingegaard and some other guys. It's just Jesus. We're all just, midweek hit out. Let's not take it too seriously. Whoa, Ineos.
Why can't Ineos get 4 guys in the top 10?
They probably could do. I reckon we're going to try and perform a bit of a mountain train, to be honest with you, going up Muur de Huy.
Oh, don't even say that.
I know, but I think it's going to happen. It's going to be like Carapaz, Yates, then Kwiatkowski's going to attack for Pidders to sit in up a bloody steep berg, which doesn't have any draft on it. And then person who's going to close that down is Pogacar. And then Pitters will probably just freaking like attack round him. Lulu's going to be in the back trying to freaking put it in the big ring like. And then Roglic will probably just finish like a solid 4th. And then I don't know, because there are a couple of other names here like Benoit Cosnevois.
Is it not Cosnevois?
Who fucking knows anymore, man? Like I've heard lots of iterations, but you ought to swap it around every so often.
Or my favourite name, Champouzin.
Champouzin.
Good name, though.
Champouzin is a good name, that. But Cosnevois looked good at Blancpain-Sipel. Like he was actually closing on those front 3. I know they were kind of like looking at each other in like a track stand kind of way, but he was, he was closing fast on them. And I think that he's after missing Amstel, he'll be very motivated to do well here. And of course, he came second here last time, which was no mean feat behind a very in-form Hershey. So he's certainly a name to be thinking about. Schachmann, speaking of Amstel, finished 3rd there. I think Schachmann will struggle to win just because he's a bit heavier, but a top 10 I think would be quite a good result for him ahead of Liège. I think he'll be looking to really try and improve that, holding on up the steep berg, because that'll help simulate Liège as much as possible, which is probably his big goal. Who else is there?
I don't want to be like a complete wet wipe, but
oh god, don't say.
Ben Tullett.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. He did do all right at Amstel the other day.
I just feel like
to be fair,
he's
15th place.
like why not?
I mean,
he's super light. He's punchy. He's anaerobic. Cross background.
Probably the best guy that Alpecin have got to bring in.
I don't know, Xandro Maurice.
Nah, Ben Tullett all the way for me.
I think he's solid, that guy.
And he's only 6 points on Vela Games, which, maybe I'll try and figure out how. When people are like, oh, I'm just going to drop in a card here, and you can go click on it. Maybe I'll try to do that. Or
on
maybe
this
I'll
video?
Yeah, maybe.
What?
Maybe I'll just fail and not bother. In which case,
that's not happening.
Yeah, it probably ain't.
You got time for that?
I do not have time for that. That's exactly why it's correct. Anyway,
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying
what?
like the favourites are Pogacar, Cosnevois, Roglic, Alaphilippe,
Pitters,
Mike Woods, Pidcock, Schachmann.
Who else?
Godou, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Aran Baru, potentially.
I think that's.
I won't put it past freaking Fraile, to be honest. Valverde, he's actually been all right for an old man. He could get fit.
I don't know what Valverde's on, but freaking get me some of that.
Don't say that, Patrick. A freaking nutritionist. You can't be saying stuff like that. Get me hung up.
I need some of that orange juice. Get me through the day. That will.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's it.
Is that your lot?
Mm-hmm.
I think you are pretty much nailed on. Team DSM, we were just talking about, to a point where we're not really sure what they're doing. I did look at their media post on their website, and they basically said, we're covering moves, and basically just, we'd just take it as it comes, try getting the break probably. It's a very young team. Like you said, they've got Legnesson, they've got Feiler and Alensman, they've got Marco Brenner, Mark Donovan, Van Wilde guy, who is pretty good actually, as it turns out. So I do think that, if they got a top 10, that would be pretty outstanding. If they got a top 15, good result. Who's most likely to do that? I'd probably say Van Wilde is.
I'd say that. I want to see how Brenner goes up a hill like this.
I want to see what Brenner's going to do.
Can he do something, please?
I mean, at least get him a break, man. Maybe he'll do a Van Zevenen. Maybe he'll get him a break, drop everybody, and then deck it on the descent. incoming. It's just going to be a load of deja vu from last time.
I thought he was in a race the other day.
What, Brenner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Brabant-Sipel, wasn't he? But he probably DNF'd.
Don't think he even started. Can't see it on his results.
Brilliant. Outstanding.
Oh, no, sorry. He didn't finish. Yeah.
Alright, fair.
Soft lad.
Bit soft. Didn't even make it round, mate. Yeah, I'm just looking at a couple of names there. Like you said, Godou lacks the punch. Although the steepness will favour him a lot, but I'd still say that a top 10 is quite likely for Godou. Mollema, no.
Maybe.
Vellens, I don't know what Vellens has been up to. And you know what, to be honest with you, I mean, Matthews might just slog out a top 10.
Michael Matthews is going to do something.
He'll probably just slog out a 7th place, to be honest
Rob
with you.
Stannard, his calves. He'll just donate his calves.
Just donate his calves. Barguil did alright last year, but probably nothing to write home about here. EF, Higuita, haven't really been shown much. Not really seen much going on there. Honestly, if Alaphilippe fails, Van Zevenant's a great backup for them. As if Alaphilippe was you go today because I feel bad, which won't happen because Alaphilippe is just a showman and he'll just slog it out for 20th place no matter what.
Let me tell you though, if that's what Van Zevenant looks like when he takes his helmet off,
yeah,
he needs a better haircut.
Well, it's a good thing you can get haircuts now, but you can at least in the UK. Massive flex on anybody listening to this from other regions who are just in a COVID state, which isn't good, but we've somehow pulled the shit out of the fan. I think, let's face it, we've gone through all the names there. Who are you thinking is going to win?
Based on current form, I think basically Pidcock is the Hershey of last year.
Yeah.
I said this to you, you had a mini fit.
What did I? Oh God.
You were like, don't you dare say that's about Hershey and tarnish his name. And I was like, I'm sorry. It's the truth. So this sort of minute, it's going to be, it's like 2 up at whatever, 5 watts per kilo.
Just 2
up.
And
then it's like, bang, we're going.
And now we go.
12 watts per kilo, whatever.
Yeah.
For a considerable amount of time. And I just think that he is the guy for that effort at the minute.
I'm going to go... I do think you're right. I think Pidcock's absolutely... I know that the bookies at the moment have Roglic as a favourite, but I think that Pidcock is... I'm going to go with my little strategy that I laid out earlier. And I'm going to say that Kwiatkowski's going to win. Because he's going to, slip off the front of this Ineos mountain train, or whatever that's going to be set up. And nobody's going to follow soon enough. And he's just going to go up there at, 7 watts per kilo, or whatever it'll be. And then just Pidcock's going to sit on the wheel of, Pogacar, who's going to be like, I don't know what to do.
Oh shit, Pogacar.
And then I think Pidcock is going to counter-attack Pogacar, roll up to Kwiatkowski, slap him on the bum, and then basically just give him the win, and they'll both cross the line in tandem, just way, look at us,
I do
killing
think
it.
Something like that could happen with Ineos, in that you mentioned the mountain train.
Yeah.
They couldn't mountain train it, so let's say Kwiatkowski is on the front.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Pidcock's second wheel, Carapaz third. Who else have they got?
What, Carapaz just lets the wheel
Adam
go.
Yates is there.
Yeah.
And then Anteo's there. 5.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
And all of a sudden, Pidcock goes, and then everyone's got to make up 3 riders.
And that's massive.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of what I think is going to happen, but I still think Pidcock's got a better chance.
Cool. We're both going for an Ineos win. Because, why the hell not? I think that yours is a more likely scenario than mine, but you know what?
I've never felt so mainstream in my whole life.
Oh, well. Sometimes that's the way you gotta go. That's what everybody seems to be doing.
In myself.
Yeah, that's about it really. I guess we will be back for Liege, which is this weekend. So we'll probably record that in a couple of days' time after the Fleche, so we can see how people are doing. Guess that's about it. Keep your masks on, stay safe, and we'll talk to you next time. Salut!